Israel will be continuing our World of Red France series, named because France started the series by going communist. And while a bit of problems happen between France as tensions quickly rise between the Commune of France and the National People's Spain. Yeah, Nationalist Spain. Yeah, a massive war is on the brink of starting. With France saying that nationalist Spain is in their way and is interfering and is oofing people illawfully, which probably is true, but we'll never know. With Britain and Italy telling France to withdraw immediately, or they will declare war. With war having now broke out between the Republic of Britain and Italy. Republic of Britain and the nationalist Italy. You may say, this does not look like a thumbnail. Well, that's because the thumbnail was every country that would end up in the war. Well, as you can see, you got those, you got this, that, this, this. Yeah, you can see we got like half the world. Yeah, we're still not done. Oh wait, Madagascar left France, along with French Indochina. And well, as you can see, the British Empire is fairly strong, unlike the French Republic. And it's kind of similar to other series, but not really. With a few other British colonies joining, not colonies at this point, but the Dominion of New Zealand, Dominion of Australia. Yeah, you can tell this war is a bit, like, off feeling. It doesn't just feel off. Britain and Italy. Yeah, that doesn't feel right. Honestly, it makes sense though, but it doesn't feel right. And well, the thing is, Italy and France barely do Italy barely does anything. They decide to cross the border, but then they decide to withdraw, like in our timeline. Well, the French invasion of Spain continues on. While at this point, the Soviet Union launches an offensive against their enemy, with Germany finally entering the war and starting to send troops to get ready to invade Italy and to help the rest of the nations. And while Russia isn't officially aligned with like the two nations, so we'll give them this color. We'll make them the purple team. And well, they don't officially join the war. Well, this is what they look like at this point. I'm pretty sure all of Sakhalin at this point isn't a part of Japan. Well, why is this significant? Well, they invade Poland. Germany, the Commune of Germany, starts sending troops to the east. Their plan is to join the Soviets in this war in Poland, as the Communists also promised Germany expansionism. Which is interesting, but makes sense. As Poland starts losing its lands and Germany recreates its former border. With Germany starting to fall and nothing being done about Italy. Which is kind of odd. Well, Spain finally loses Madrid. And Britain is not very happy about this. With France also sending troops to help Germany and Poland before they continue on. Well, since nobody's paying attention, that's what the borders end up like. And well, just to mark where they left it up for future reference, Germany and France occupy up to here, while Russia, they pull back from some lands to give Russia. Yeah, as well, they barely gave Russia anything, and Russia is not happy about not getting much. And with them deciding their invasion will be of Yugoslavia. Why do they decide an invasion of Yugoslavia? That's so they can easily invade Italy. That's the plan of Germany and France. With Hungary joining in to gain some lands out of this, as well as Bulgaria. They both view they can gain lands out of this. despite being not really the best. Well, Bulgaria probably isn't too far from the Soviets yet. And while Germany starts getting troops in deeper, with Albania falling. And now the invasion of Italy is set to begin. With only France and Germany involved in this operation, Italy starts losing some northern lands. They decide they will keep their colonies fighting on even after. With Rome falling fast and France having no time to push back. No, Italy has no time to push back. As you can see, Italy's similar to our Italy. Well, let's give the lands that Hungary and Bulgaria take. Because they actually annex it with a treaty with Yugoslavia. And they promise to not occupy them any further, and they promise not to leave the war and not help Germany keep them occupied. And at the end of the war, they will help Yugoslavia free themselves if it comes. And this operation is very different than what's been going on so far, as they have different plan. Oh yeah, I forgot to go here. Yeah, you're colored in. And, oh yeah, I forgot they lost that. How did I forget that? I guess it's not that bad of a deal. With Hungary offering to help Germany in invading, well, Czechoslovakia. Germany still hasn't signed treaties with anyway it's against. But this is what happens. Well, to be honest, that's not a big surprise, and they fall. With Hungary deciding, you want to see what Hungary decides to take? Well, Hungary decides to take this, which is a big chunk of land. But they're not communists, they're more fascist. But they're still helping them for the gains of lands they can get out of it. With Britain occupying Iceland, and instead of letting them also occupy, well, Denmark, they join the war. Which is side effect was it may have brought in two countries you don't want in this war. That's besides the point. Well, Denmark is overrun in days. In the same amount of time as it was in our timeline. And now to see Benelux get run over. But at this point, they don't go any further. But Russia's menacing on the other front. I don't want to change the borders, because it'll be hard to bring them back to this when it's over. Because I don't know which side will win this war yet. With Russia deciding to go to war with basically all their neighbors. Finland, this doesn't go that well, I guess. Probably won't. I can't imagine it could in this timeline. But you know. And well, this isn't good, honestly. But it's probably where the world's headed, if it went back there, and if I turned communist, and so on and so forth. As Benelux quickly, not Benelux, what's it called? The Baltics quickly fall, and an invasion of Russia started. An invasion of Finland has started. They get pretty farther than an hour timeline. But Finland performs better than an hour timeline, like literally kicking them out of the north, but still fighting in the south. Still. They are still trying to hold on to their south, but they are failing. They do decide, however, to go to negotiating tables with Russia. Russia performs better, so does Finland, but Finland pushes them back, and after 3 months of this war, they decide a peace treaty is good. And worse. With Iraq still sympathizing to this alliance. With Romania planning on entering the war, Bulgaria, Greece. Finland's planning on going to take their lands they lost back. And also, I forgot to add some nations to this war. Yes, the Netherlands. I forgot to add them. And, well, I didn't put Sri Lanka in, which is probably worse. And well, Japan's about to invade their enemies. And Turkey said they will join the British if they can have Iraq. So Britain decides they will if they have to. But they don't yet. And well, let's look at the Eastern Front. Yes, I'm calling this the Eastern Front, even though it's technically the Asian Front. With Japan on its own, I guess. We can make it the yellow team, maybe. Yes, there's yellow team now. And while the yellow team invades the green team. Let's see how well this goes, because this is the first part of the Sino-Japanese War has broke out. We're also back in the time a bit to about the 1937, because we're at 1941 at this point, but we're going back in time just to do this. And within the first year, it's pretty successful. With a landing in the south over here by Taiwan, which gets deep into China. A landing over here occurred, which gets deep into China. One here, and a massive advance in the north as they move south and even capture Beijing, with China not really resisting as they're still trying to fight back, but failing. And quickly, these two fronts connect, and quickly, by 1940, Japan's fronts look like this. By 1950, well, this is what it looks like. And by 1940, this is mid-1940, they got pushed back in a massive counteroffensive, but then they moved forwards. And then this is what the front becomes after this time. The front starts to look like this, which is around when this part of the war ends. And as you can tell, China doesn't really have anybody to go to, because Britain is basically hanging out with fascists, because they're a wannabe fascist nation now, I guess. America still hasn't joined either side, but probably wouldn't join the communists, definitely wouldn't join the Japanese, and definitely probably wouldn't join the Chinese, because, well, at this point, well, people still think Western Europeans are awesome, than Asians. Not in our time. Well, I think that's right, but probably isn't. It's kind of sad. What dystopian novel will we end the world in? And that's pretty much all for today's video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Wild Mapper out, but not until you subscribe. Bye, guys! Please subscribe so we can get to 3,000 subscribers by December 25th. Bye, guys!